With the explosion of cloud services, while there were a lot of opportunities that were created for both service providers and customers, there are also some difficulties that have been created and challenges for these companies. Interxion supports over 1,500 customers in 40 data centers in 11 European countries. We provide interconnection services to these customers. We interconnect them to their cloud service providers, their content service providers, or the telecommunication service providers. For service providers, we're in the natural geo-economic locations as well as the network locations for them to establish their points of distribution. For the consumers of these services, we actually provide and enable them to deploy hybrid solutions in our data centers and being able to interconnect them to these cloud service providers. So the challenge was not about whether we can host either the customers or the service providers. The challenge was how do we provide the right interconnection solution while maintaining an easy to do business because it was no longer about just interconnecting them to one service provider, but it was about facilitating the entire provisioning process. Cloud Connect helps customers in multiple ways. If a customer is a service provider, we enable them to distribute their services. We do this by establishing a store presence in our customer portal. This presence would enable us to accept orders for their services. It will process the order and initiate the automation necessary to provision the services. In selecting BTI, we chose a partner that would help us with today's needs as well as future needs. We're looking for somebody who would cover our technical and our business requirements. Redundancy of components was also key for us. Specifically, one of the things that we liked very much about the BTI platform was the separation of the data versus the management components. With having some experience in operations, I love it when we're able to do upgrades and not impact the customer. So this was key for us. The flexibility of the different types of bandwidth that we could offer at a port level was also important for us. So while we were planning on releasing GigE and 10 GigE, we were looking forward as well to the possibility of 100 gig. So the vision of going even beyond 100 gig is also important for us because we see a roadmap for this in the future. The ability of BTI's equipment to take packet intelligence and put it in an optical transport solution will be key for us for future value-added services. So that's one of the things that we liked about the product that will help us in our product roadmap. And of most important to us was BTI's open API. We plan to take our very complex solution and make it very simple for the customer, from order acceptance to service and auto provisioning, and the API will enable us to do this. BTI's professional services were also very helpful to us. We were able to use them from an engineering perspective, from an installation perspective, and equipment monitoring. This allows us to focus our resources on what we do best and not have to worry about the installation or the monitoring process. There's just some sense of higher confidence when the equipment provider can also provide the services associated with the installation and the delivery of the service as opposed to going to a third party. So we've deployed Cloud Connect in 3 markets: London, Amsterdam, and Frankfurt. For us, this is the beginning. We're looking to expand both geographically to new markets as well as add features. As an example, we launched our services with GigE and 10 GigE ports. Customers are already asking us for 100 gig.